6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house, and well, this is going to be exciting, guys, because we're going to be doing a full X1 blockchain update with all the latest stuff. So, doing all the homework for you guys. Nah, seriously, it's going to be fun. Hope you guys enjoy it, and this is going to get you up to speed. So, I think this is my fourth live stream, sort of doing a comprehensive coverage of X1. Obviously, I'm very excited about it. Obviously, Jack Levin, the founder there, along with Sun Tzu, and his wider team, including Jason and people like that, are doing some amazing things with basically, some people call it Solana 2.0, but really it's doing something pretty cool and right out the frontier of crypto. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see it ramp up. And of course, I don't think the launch couldn't be a better time, right? So the blockchain's been running for a little while now, and it has been kicking some pretty cool milestones out of the park. So we're going to talk about all of that. But this is a big show. So this show is bigger on X1 than the previous three shows. And the last two were fantastic. In particular, obviously, you had the launch and then two progress shows there. The last one was called The Next Wave. And, of course, this one here is called UpGrade for Price Discovery. And that is going to be OMG. Very exciting. So I hope everyone enjoys that. But before we get into the show, let's do the socials, and don't forget to get in the chat as well and get conversating. If there's anything I missed, of course, post it in the chat there. We're humble enough to know we don't always get everything up and running, so or catch everything. So let us know in the chat there, especially all you guys in X1 and Zen and many of the other ecosystem protocols. That's the link on X, so hit the repost. I'm just going to share that around in the actual Telegram groups. So let me just do that now. And so we're just posting a validator army. Going to go to XDex as well and post that. So let's post that now. Let me scroll up a little bit here. And we also had a request to do the Vero prediction markets. Obviously, prediction markets are huge. Tom Lee is talking about them as one of the top categories. So Jack Levin on to that one, and that's been doing really well. So we're probably going to do a dedicated show on prediction markets since people were asking for it. So it's going to be fun too. So live show on now. Let's get these socials out of the way and post these out. So and what have we done? We've done XDex there. We've also got Zen Crypto. Post it in there too. Bam. Oh, won't let me do the post. So if someone's watching, you can post it in the Zen group if you've got permissions. I don't have permissions there. All right, so let's go to the Crypto Night Show. I'm going to post them in there. It's already auto going to the other socials. Now we're streaming on 3 YouTube channels, including on X right now. So a pretty big potential audience. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you love the content, don't forget to subscribe. And of course, hit the follow button on X as well. I think that's it. Is that it? I think that's it. That's the intro. Shall we get into the show? And don't forget to get in the chat there as well. Let me just close down some of the stuff. And let's go for gold. This is going to be a big show, guys. Honestly, get ready. Get your cup of coffee. Get your cup of coffee. Sit back, and we're going to get into it. It's going to be. We've got a lot to talk about. It's been normally I was doing 1 week between the updates, but this has been almost 2 weeks since the last show. You can go back on the channels and watch that on YouTube and down on X. So it's pretty cool. Hey, we've got the founder himself, Mr. Jack Levin, in the house there. Big shout out. What's up? Welcome. All right, so let's get into the show. I think we're going to kick it into the view and check out the validators right now. So this is the validator here. This is X1 Validator Online. So I will post the links into the chat there as we go, and I'll post them as many as I can on X1 like I did last time, so you guys can take part and become part of the X1 community. It's probably the place to go there. We've got Lou in the house there, a soldier. X1 repost the stream. Appreciate that. Big shout out. And Jack Levin there posting the markets for the Vero's prediction market. So check that out as well. That's the link. But we'll get up to that. That's about halfway through the show. We'll get there. All right. So that is here's the validators around the world. And as you guys can see, we've got a lot in North America there, in the United States in particular, a lot in Europe. There's one in Africa there and one in Southeast Asia as well. So validators everywhere. and it's pretty amazing. So I think it's well over 1,000 validators now, almost 1,200, I think. So it's really looking pretty amazing. And you can see a lot of the X1 Labs. That's kind of the official team, and they're holding on to a lot of the XNT as well. But there's all these other validators around the world, as you can see down there. Many famous ones, like, in the Zen community, like Zen.pub, which is kind of the principal information site, which is pretty awesome. So let me post this link in the chat there, and you guys can save it to your favorites. This is kind of a walk along with X1. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So this is really cool. It's always great to see the global enterprise of the blockchain. And basically, all these validators are validating the blockchain, right? This is the proof of stake side of the chain. And of course, people have got the XNT, which is the fee coin. It's the same thing as ETH or Pulse if you're on Pulse chain. And of course, people stake that in the validators. So you can actually see it in the active stakes column here, and also the commissions as well. So that's pretty neat. You can also see the country flags there as well. So wave your flag, everybody. So that is a bit of a summary there. You can see the top right there. It's got some of the key stuff like total nodes, 1,174, block producers, 1,122. So as you guys know, if you're new to blockchain, blocks have transactions in them. Validators confirm the blocks there in the transactions. So away we go. So that is the first one. Let's jump on into a third-party block explorer, which is doing pretty cool. Now, at the moment, there's a big upgrade going on for the blockchain. And you can see that it is almost there, actually. So we've got the validators here. So we're on explorer.forterblocks.com /validators. And you can see over the right here, we've got a version distribution here going on. And that is the upgrade to 2.2.18. And there's 1,029 validators so far have upgraded to 88.5%. Now, there's still 11.5% to go. So 134 validators. They're still on the old version of 2.217, so they're all upgrading to 1.8. Now that 1.8, as I understand it, is going to enable wrap tokens. And as you guys know, in DeFi, wrap tokens are what opens up all the enterprise, really. Has common standards, can be used for dexes and swappings and bridging and all sorts of stuff with that. So that is a huge game changer. And hence, that's the title of the video, Upgrade for Price Discovery. Because it's going to allow DEXs to operate and have all the wrap tokens, and potentially, of course, and going to be including those who have been doing not the proof of stake side like validators, but the proof of work side with Zen blocks for the X1 chain. So that's going to be pretty exciting. So everyone that's been doing that proof of work side with Zen blocks will be very excited about that, and show presumably at some stage after this upgrade. I don't know exact timing. But the XDex will go live, and we're going to talk about that later on. And then, of course, the XNM tokens from Zen blocks mining will be available to people to either claim or airdrop to their wallet. So something like that's going to happen. So that's pretty cool. And this is looking really good. So if you want to check out this Explorer's got lots of cool data on it. We are going to briefly go through it as well as we move through the X1 ecosystem. All right, so that is the Explorer there. So explorer.forterblocks.com, and we're looking at the validate page. So as I understand it, it's currently at 88.5%. As I understand it, once it reaches 90%, really it's enabled that feature, the wrapped tokens. That's how I understand it. So assuming that is the case, then it will be enabled. Now, it doesn't mean that XDex, which is the big DEX, going to be launching. There's an in-house DEX brought in by the team through the acquisition of XDex and I think DGN as well from Jason, and of course a new project there, also Core, coming up as well, which is going to be an ecosystem reward scheme, which we're going to talk about later too. So this is exciting times. This is a major deal, and really, price discovery in crypto is, well, it's almost everything, right? That and the protocols, right? That and the protocols on the blockchain. So very exciting times here. Let's quickly go through the validators at the moment. We've got 1,175. So it's just been creeping up really nicely. We've got currently 95.9% of participation rate that are active. Got 1,039 of them are producing right now. So it's pretty cool. The network stake there, we've got 938 million tokens staked right now. So that's pretty cool. Average commission about 11.7%. APY for the network is 8.4%, so that's pretty awesome. Obviously, there's a validator program as well that's on. It gives you, I think, 3x returns as well. So it's pretty cool. What else we got there? 400 millisecond block time, amazingly super fast, right? So pretty awesome there. So that is some of the stuff. You can see some of the similar setups there with the validators, like we saw in that first X1 validator map. You can see all the list here as well. Now we're going to go to the dashboard. There's a few little highlights here. So let's go through some of these. It tells you what the slot time is. Sometimes slots are missed, so you won't get a block in a slot, and so you've got here the block heights are lower, right? Lower count there. We're on epoch 80 at the moment, so we're apparently 73% through epoch 80. There's 216 slots per epoch at the moment, which is pretty amazing. So that is ticking away. And apparently you can see the slots on the right there. We're at 158,000 out of 216 before we get to epoch number 81, etc. So that's some of the overall sort of numbers. What else we got here? We've got block success at 99.69%. Everyone likes a winner. Everyone likes a winner. We've got the latest validator there, X1 XNM miner. Ticking away there, you can see a similar sort of map to the one we looked at before. What else there? The current transactions per second are insane, guys. They are really insane. So we're talking about 3,152 transactions per second. So absolutely incredible. I understand. I think Jack wants to ramp up to I think 10,000 or 100,000. I just can't remember. I think 100,000. Yeah, 100,000 is the theoretical maximum here. So yeah, I think that's potentially where he wants to go with that. But certainly 10,000 would be pretty incredible. Block times, get this, guys, 0.06 seconds on average. That is insane. That's really, really great. So remember, this is an SVM chain, and so it's ticking away. What else? Everything's looking pretty good. It says network health monitor 100%. Well, you can't do much better than that, can you? So that is kind of the place. At the bottom here, we've got the blocks ticking away. We've got the transaction ticking away as well, but there are other animations for that. So we might check that out too. You can see the blocks and transactions here, the assets on here, NFTs, tokens, validator map, all that sort of stuff. There's some analytical tools on here as well. The feed tracker, gas tracker, things like that are ticking away here also. So pretty exciting. Now we've got a few people in the house. So we've got Blair. Good to see you, Blair. Hi all. Great to see you, Blair. And we got downtown as well. Downtown. Exciting times ahead. It certainly is. Looking really good. All right. So that is kind of the overview of the blockchain itself, just quickly. And I've posted both links to those two key sites there. Now, Jack Levin did a cool animation here. Hard to stop looking at it. Validators are building X1 blocks, and he says it's hard to stop looking at it. I must agree. It's pretty addictive. Look at that. This is an animation, of course, of the blocks in the past, but look at that. All the transactions going to these blocks, and then it's going into a slot, right? And then slot becomes a block if it gets finalized, because not all slots become blocks. So they fail or something like that. So, but look at that. It's pretty awesome. It is addictive. I don't know why these animations like this are addictive, but they are. And so it's pretty cool. We even got that from, it was an Empire, is it? So pretty funny there. So that's a really cool animation. I wanted to show that case that. Now you can find this animation on Jack Levin at Mr. Jack Levin. So I won't post it here. But if you want to find Jack Levin's, if you're not already following, then you can find it here. We got Adrian in the house there. Good to see you, Adrian. Welcome. And that is Jack Levin's the founder, of course, the developer founder, and of course, named to fame there, Google employee number 21, which is pretty amazing. Also built the service stack back in the OG days at the beginning of Google. So pretty awesome stuff. All right, so that is looking good. I love the animation. I can watch it again. Just click the button. Away you go. So that's pretty cool. All right, so that's a live block flow on Nexus live stream, it's called. So let's jump into the next one there. So we also have obviously talked about how amazing the amount of transactions per second are. Now this is a snapshot, of course, but I think we might have the real one too. So live transactions per second scanner for layer ones, because layer twos are just databases with common wallet APIs. And we've got X1 at the top there, 3091 at the snapshot. And we've also got Solana, of course, 3041.5. So X1 is ramping up and passing by, saying goodbye to Solana with the ramp up. So it's pretty cool. We also got Su Chain in there, 24. So you got a massive jump down to the bottom there. Ethereum, of course, is 11. So this is a whole new level of tech, guys. And it is super duper good. Now 3,100. It's going to continue to climb. That is the intention there, is the ramp up. So pretty awesome there compared to other chains. So we looked at the chain in absolute. Now we're looking at the relativity to other chains. And you can see it's pretty impressive, right? Suchain at 24, Aptos at 18, Monad at 13, Ethereum at 11. But you've got X1 at 3,100 and climbing. Remember, theoretical maximum 100,000 there. So huge, huge, huge. We got Omeni in the house there. LFG, let's go. Clark, great minds think alike. Indeed, indeed. All right, so that is some of the cool stuff happening there on the chain and the performance. Yeah, so we've got the map there. I think I've talked about that. Now, part of the validators that are earning on the proof of stake side, X1 validators is earning roughly 5 XNT per day, just to give you an idea of what they're earning. And of course, which is amplified 3x if you're participating in the Bootstrap bonus program as well. So that's pretty huge around the USDC. And what else am I going to say about that? XNT at the moment has, was previously fixed at $1 on the bridge. Remember, we covered that in the previous videos. People could buy XNT for $1. That was from the vault, so it was a fixed price. But of course, we're about to move to price discovery, right? With this upgrade that we just mentioned before happening as we're speaking. I mean, we're almost there at 90%, 88.5%. So that's going to be enabling the price discovery and, of course, XDex to launch, right? And that's going to be absolutely exciting. A lot of people have, people in the know, at least technically, have been already minting their own tokens, getting ready. So it's going to be, quite the gold rush, I think, on the old XDex. It's going to be fun. And, of course, those doing Zen blocks as well. Presumably that timing will come where XNM will get allocated in. I don't know what's happening in super blocks or the uni blocks or anything else like that, but we'll find out in due course if anything's happening with those. Presumably, previously, we were expecting super blocks to be like a staking booster. So you stake your XNM and you get earn XNT coins and then you have some booster, but we'll find out exactly what happens in that space. All right, so that is pretty cool. Let's jump over to the big news that happened since that time. So over the last 2 weeks, we had X1 launches USDC.X. So that is a wrapped USDC stablecoin. So obviously people were being able to bridge over from Solana over the bridge and pick up XNT coin for $1. And so now you can also switch your USDC from Solana over to USDC X on X1, which is pretty cool. So that is something that happened. Very cool. And you can see it here on the bridge, which is pretty cool. So all those links there, I think all those links were on Jack Levin's thread, so you can go check that out on X. But this is the bridge at the moment, so I'm going to post the bridge in the chat as well. I'm trying to keep up with the links. We've got a lot to go through, so I'm trying to go through it one by one here. So that is the app-dev.bridge.x1.xyz. Now you can obviously, there's 2 links to this bridge, but you can go and always check the officials with Jack Levin on Telegram groups. Do your own due diligence if you want to, but that is the link there. All right, so you can see at the moment you've got Solana to X1 mainnet. Obviously, there's a test net for X1 as well that people have been playing on and new projects are testing on. And of course, you've got Solana USDC and you can bridge it over to USDC X. So that is an operation. Pretty cool. All right. Not sure if there's a vault in there. Yeah, so it's still got that vault there. Presumably that's operational, but it's sitting at 100,000 there. All right. So that is that on the bridge. So we've talked about the blockchain, talked about some of the bridge activity. We've obviously got names, so people have addresses with the name service. And we've covered this in full with the launch, and this team launched really quick. I was very impressed with the rollout for X1 NS, and it was a lot of fun. So far, there are 2,345 names at the moment registered. I'm going to post a link to this. You can register your own name, and of course, depending on how many characters you take, will be the cost, right? So obviously, 1 character is the most expensive. I think it's 80 XNT, and then the cheapest is I think 5 or more, which is like 4 XNT if I remember rightly, something like that. So that is x1.ns.xyz. That's your name service, a bit like ENS name service on Ethereum or Solana. So this is the first one up and running about this. So pretty cool. And you can see it's pretty groovy. We've got obviously 3 different type of domains. We've got .xnt domains. We've got X1 domains, obviously the most popular or the premium name service. And then we've got Xzen names as well. For the Zen community, we've got 178 of those. So obviously the X1s there are the most in demand right now. And obviously you can search for a name, etc. And there we go. And so let's go up to the marketplace. They are tradable on the marketplace. Let's scroll up there, and this will populate all the ones on sale. Hopefully it will. I've got so much stuff open, maybe it won't. So this is operating anyway. If you have bought a domain, you obviously connect your wallet up. You can get a backpack wallet or one of the ones that Jack Levin has set up that you can download from the Telegram group or the GitLab. Anyway, so here is the market right now, and you've got all the different name services. People are obviously trying to get some of the best names and trading them. You've got all sorts of names here and with the 3 different domains, right? So that is ticking away right now. You can change it from high to low. So some people have got them on for $1 million. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. There's about a billion coins plus in rewards for the validators, and so that's $1 million is quite a lot compared to that. So good luck with trying to get some of those names. Now we have got some pretty popular names, I must admit, like Nvidia.x1, but we'll see what is supply and demand there. What does people want? The other thing, of course, is there's my domains. If you do get a domain, it will have it here. If you just sell it, it will have it on the sale history there as well. There's also subdomains have been activated, which is pretty cool. We've got resources as well. So that is X1 domains there. So if you want your private domain, maybe you've got a project, maybe you like to have your own name, whatever, maybe you like to speculate and trade, that's all there, right? All there. So that is X1X, and the team itself, X1 Name Service, is on X, and you can follow them. So they've had some upgrades over the last 2 weeks. So they got X1NS now supports RXNT for all domain purchases, thanks to a partnership with the Ripper Pool. So Ripper Pool is one of the places you can go and delegate XNT coin to become delegate with a validator as opposed to validating yourself directly. So Ripper Pool there. This unlocks a smoother, faster experience for the entire X1 ecosystem there. So that was a cool partnership with them. So that sort of happened in the last 2 weeks. Some of the other stuff that happened as well on the 10th of December, multi-token marketplace listings. So you can list your domains, and you can now accept not just XNT, but you can accept USDC.X, which you saw Jack Levin launch recently, and of course also the RXNT payments as well from the Ripper Pool, which is pretty cool. So when you put XNT into Ripper Pool, you get out RXNT as a derivative, and so you can now use that derivative while your XNT is sitting in the validator to go and buy a domain name. I guess is the play to go. So I guess that's how it's going to happen. So choose your payment token, filter the token by marketplace, and you can do more buyers and sellers there. Kind of cool. So there we go. There's lots of details in there. You can go check that out yourself. But that is from X1 Name Service. So 2 pretty cool updates there. One about RXNT from Ripper Pool. The other one about the fact that you can use the 3 tokens now for payments. That's about to probably go up big time now that we've got this blockchain upgrade just about complete at the moment. They also have X1 upgrade there. Many asking about X1NS will work on X. We forked the official X1 Explorer and put the X1NS SDK into practice, so the community can already see domain name resolution in action. We also pushed a PR to the official X1 Labs repo yesterday. Once merged, primary domains will display natively on the main X1 Explorer. So that is the secret sauce there. X1 is still growing, but we're building ahead so the community can see how it all comes together. So they've got an explanation there as well. So you can find all that on the name service. Very cool. We got Crypto Jacks in house there. Woohoo! Get excited. Good to see Crypto Jacks. And we got Tanzanian as well. A very popular community member there. Both of them. So cool. Good to see you guys. All right. So there we go. So X1 name service in play, doing a lot of cool stuff. And you'll be able to see that on the Explorer, which is kind of neat. So you can just type in your name, I guess, and away you go. They also did a shout out to memo.rip, but we're probably going to talk about that later on. So we're going to move along from name service now. That's kind of the updates from the name service. So we've covered the blockchain. We've covered the new bridging stuff. We've covered the name service. And now we're getting on into the big one that's coming up. Of course, we've had the blockchain is getting upgraded to version 18, and we're almost there. So probably by the time we end maybe not when we end the live stream, but it's probably not going to be too far later today. And so yeah, we're going to getting upgrade for price discovery. It's a big deal. It is a big deal there. And so yeah, we've got Jason. He is been pulled in house to the official core team there for X1 Labs, and he's obviously worked on XDex, which is the big DEX to be launched, a DGen, the token launcher site, and of course Core, which is a rewarding site for the blockchain, which I think is a brilliant idea. Really love it. So that is kind of cool. So he's had a few updates about that as well. Now, I think we're going to do XDex first, so we're going to come back to that. And we're also going to come back to this XDex. But he says on the 5th year, out with the old boring swap forms and with the new XDex swap, come test it out on X1 testnet there. And so that is a little sneak peek of the swapping there. Now, we're going to go into it, of course. And that is Jason. So you can obviously find, let me just take Jason's name first, boys, so you guys can check it out. That is the dev. And bam, there it is. So if you want to find Jason and follow all the XDex stuff, then that's the place to be. There he is right there. So give him a follow and yeah, enjoy. It's going to be a big deal. All right, so we've got XDex here right now, and this has been on testnet, right? So there's the testnet version. But now with the blockchain being upgraded and it's almost there, they'll have some sort of launch ramp up now that the blockchain's enabled for wrap tokens, and therefore the DEX will be able to launch. So that's up to Jack Levin and Jason and the team. So we'll find out in due course. But it's getting pretty close. And so now, of course, you've had upgrades in the forms, the way they look and work and all that sort of stuff. And we can now see that we've got other tokens. So we've got XNT, the main fee coin there, wrapped XNT. We've got XNM, which everyone's excited. Remember the proof of work side of the chain. So we've got that coming up. Very, very cool. So you obviously be able to swap XNM into XNT or switch it around, buy some XNM with XNT, whatever you're going to do, that's going to be pretty cool. So we'll hear about the XNM, however that's claimable or droppable in the future. I haven't heard anything particular myself on that, so I guess that's coming up. Hey, thanks Zenith there, reposting the stream. Big shout out. So that's kind of where we are right now. So very, very cool. And if you're on testnet, I've been on testnet since pretty much the first hour or two and been using this. So yeah, it's been a pretty good experience as they've been testing it. But this is about to go live very soon with this blockchain upgrade today. It's a big deal. So price discovery in play. We'll supply and demand, right? It's going to decide either the value, and of course over time that should increase with time and more value added in the chain and all the normal tokenomics and pumpamentals out there. Perfect time to launch, I think, in the cycle if you're excited about that. And of course, if Tom Lee's right, and in January we get a new Bitcoin all-time high, and the 4-year cycle is dead, then if you're in the 4-year cycle is dead camp, which I am in, then it's going to be amazing next year, right? So good timing for the XDex to launch. All right, so we've got liquidity at the moment. It's got liquidity pools. Obviously, this is going to be a huge boom, right? So imagine a big gold rush, just like when any DEX launches. But of course, this is the first one launching on the X1 chain, and so this is potentially going to be a big, big deal. And of course, having the bridge tied into Solana, you're going to have access to those pools and expansion after that, no doubt. So very, very cool. So we recently saw, this is a little bit of a sidetrack, but we recently saw Liberty Swap on Pulse Chain launch Railgun, and of course they're tying into Tornado Cash. They're going to be adding Solana chain, so there's no reason why they can't add X1, right? So that could be huge for privacy. So you suddenly have a very big privacy stuff happening there as well, and then two-way flows. So both of participants that are on those chains as well as value. So that could be pretty exciting too. All right, so let's go from liquidity to farming. So obviously liquidity, you provide liquidity tokens. You can then take that and, of course, do farming. And so this is obviously going to be hugely popular, earning farming or DeFi income, as I like to call it. You can see that some of the peers are like wrapped XNT with XDex, wrapped XNT with XNM, and there'll probably be a lot of other pools over time. So there we go. So you can swap, you can do liquidity, you can farm, and this is all about to get very real and about to price these assets up, right? So it's going to be pretty cool. We've got obviously Validate. You're going to be able to delegate your XNT into a validator and operate there as well, which is pretty cool. It gives you the idea of the APR that you might earn, and you can also earn XP points, right? Which is really exciting. The concept is a really great idea, and doing it from the beginning, very, very cool. And of course, that will mean that you'll be able to share in a part of the revenue from all the core products, at least at the beginning. Well, I don't know what the scope, how that would expand over time, but at least the core products from the X1 Labs team, you should be able to share in a percentage of the revenue. I think the revenue is going to be at 3% last time I saw, but that might change. So, question mark there. So, you'll be able to earn XNT and also earn XP points and earn an extra income from the core product, which we're going to look at the moment. So, very exciting stuff. All right, so we've got everything running along. They've got stakes, and you can obviously choose the validators and things like that. Obviously, XDex will be running their own validator. Now, regarding XDex token itself, we do believe that's coming along at some stage. Just not sure how that's going to shape up. We also, obviously, on ZenBlocks, we had XUni token that you earn when you mine as well. Not sure what's happening in that space because that was originally touted as the DEX coin. So, but no doubt XDex probably could be the main one, and we'll see when that does launch or come into existence. So it's kind of the play at the moment. Moving to Launchpad, we've got Launchpad we'll talk about in a minute. Obviously the bridge, it's got the bridge link that we just showed you earlier. And click on that. And also you'll be able to mint tokens, right? So you can mint tokens inside XDex. And then of course the Launchpad, which is the degen. This is the secondary site. So we talk XDex, and we've got the launch site here with degen. It's already operating on the Solana chain. You can already do Chad launches on Solana, but they're going to open up Giga launches on X1, and also degen launches, which will be launching on both Solana and X1. So pretty cool. They also have a pretty cool skull wars with the skull NFTs. So you see a lot of people in X1 having little skull profiles, and they've got all the trading competitions and everything else that go with that, which is pretty cool. We've got Jack Levin in the house again. LFG guys, yes, definitely LFG. dgen.fy, yeah, says John. Absolutely, there's a lot, pretty popular community in the dgen, and you got to admit it's pretty fun looking skull art as well. So it's pretty neat. So kind of cool. That is, they have X spaces on regularly too on X. So if you haven't checked, if you want to get involved in that community, that's already flourishing. So get in there. All right, so I'm going to post the link, of course, to the XDex. Said I'd post it as a testnet, but it's going to have mainnet soon. So keep alert. It's going to be coming pretty quick. We'll find out the official roadmap when they're ready to. When the chain is going to be enabled, probably today, and when the roadmap to launch of these major core protocols will go live. We'll keep you up to date. That is the XDex testnet right now. All right, what else we got there? We've also got portfolio, so you'll be able to link up and have your portfolio. So if you're doing liquidity providing, farming, valid staking, delegating your XNT to validators on the platform. So they've made it really easy, right, to participate in yield earning. All be here, all right? So pretty cool. So that is the cool stuff, and that's the dev, in-house dev now in the X1 Labs team. You can see here, X1 X System co-founder and CPO. Founder of XDex degen, and not scared to build things. And he's really great, I must say. If you get into Telegram, he's a very, very, very good communicator and doing some pretty cool stuff. So that is some of the cool stuff there. And he's been upgrading the forms. I think V3 Dex as well is operating in the background there too. Very exciting stuff. So that is XDex. That is a big deal because that's going to be bringing price discovery. I'm excited about it. Everyone's excited about it. And you want to be in there early, guys. You want to be in there early. That's all we can say. All right, kind of cool. Now, Jack Levin also was doing stuff around, let me just move this over to the core. Jack Levin was also doing stuff around the XDex terminal. Who's ready for the XDex terminal? What is it? Developed by yours truly, Mr. Jack. Implements Meteoria style alpha vault strategies. Runs concentrated dynamic AMM, DLMM, which is, he's got the explanation there, dynamic liquidity market maker. A short version, it's like a programmable CLMM that lets LPs or liquidity pools define how and where their liquidity behaves instead of being stuck with a static curve there. Custom curves instead, so one step fits all. We've got the famous Uniswap formula there, X times Y equals K. And of course, they're going to be having basically local curves there, or at least part of the curve accessible there. So just concentrated in a price range. So it's pretty cool. So that is coming in as well. And the result will be about do better trade execution for users and better capital efficiency for LPs at the same TVL. So very, very cool. What will it be used for? Well, it's going to be used for initial release of XNT liquidity for X1 users. We want to make sure bonding curves can accommodate various trading conditions often present in newly launched tokens. How do you use it? You will need to bridge USDC into USDC.X, which we showed earlier on the bridge, from Solana using our native atomic bridge. It's a wormhole fork. Once you've got USDC.X in your swap, you'll be able to continue to XDex terminal and start swapping for XNT. Alternatively, if you are an XNT seller, you can sell it for USDC.X which you can then bridge back to Solana USDC. So if you're wondering how to bridge into the system for XDex, that's going to be the play. We got a little snapshot of that too. So it's got the wallet and position, market and trading. It's got the XNT balance, USDC balance there as well. And it's got your position summaries and your portfolio. So that's kind of it. What else? We've got some slippage things down the bottom here and swapping. All right, so there we go. All right, so that is a very, very cool little sneak peek there with the XDex terminal. All right, so that's on Mr. Jack Levin's profile as well, so you can go check that. Talking about XDex, we got Jason the Dev in the house. Big shout out and congratulations, looking really, really good. XDex terminal 100% on the way. It's on the way. It's been packed by Mr. Jack. We got O'Mark in the house there with the rockets, loving it. Yeah, it's pretty exciting, pretty exciting. All right, so that is USDC.X, which you can bridge back to Solana for USDC. There we go. So we've got all the parts coming together. See, they're all working together there, bridging into the X1 change from Solana, and of course, getting ready for XDex, and of course, price discovery with all these tokens. Going to be absolute gold rush, the gold rush there. All right, so that's pretty cool. Now, obviously, we have Zen blocks at the moment. So this is the proof of work side of the X1 chain, and it's had a couple of halvings. What is it? 3 halvings, I think it is, something like that. And so we've got at the moment, we've got the current difficulty at 9,000. We've got 350 miners at the moment, and a block rate about 68 block at the moment. So I think that equates to about 12 super blocks every hour, something like that. So yeah, pretty cool. Looks like we had 69.8 million blocks so far. We've got the leaderboard at the top there, so we've got some pretty big heavyweights at the top. Some of them, like top one here has got 15.4 million XNM, etc. And so we've got them ticking away there. What's the top 100? Got top 100 wallets here in the place as well. And number one there's got 137,000. So it gives you an idea of the range in the top 100. I think there are about 19,000 wallets that have mined XNM, the Zen block token reward. And they're, of course, super blocks as well, which I think somewhere between super blocks, somewhere like between 500 and 600 blocks, something like that, I think is the number. So that is the play. All right, so that's Zen blocks. And of course, when XDex launches, presumably at some stage, not necessarily immediately, XNM will be there. So I'm not sure that the time frame for that, once again, back to the official team for updates and news about that. But that's pretty cool. And I'll post a link to this in the chat as well. Hopefully we've been doing all the links. I haven't got ahead of myself. So that is the Zen blocks. That's the proof of work side of X1. And people are mining that separately, right? You can use, there's a couple of videos out there if you want to learn how. I've got one on the YouTube channel, on the Crypto Night Show, I think, in Superman Crypto, with how to mine Zen blocks there. And you basically hire a server, and you can have it up and running pretty quick with the. There's also other avenues, like on Zen.pub, which is the information site. They have setups software for that too. So there's a few options there. Cool. All right, so that's the Zen block side. So that is going to be a very exciting part for people that are doing Zen blocks for the last couple of years. That will all end up getting valued on the on XDex, and presumably staking as well for XNT. And we'll see how all it goes in price discovery. There we go. All right, so that's a big deal. And moving on to the other big thing that's coming out from Jason and the team, which is Core. Core is coming. I wish I had some soundtrack for that, but it is exciting, guys. Core is coming. X1 ecosystem is about to level up. XP from every protocol flows into the core and converts into XNT. So a percentage of the revenue of all the core protocols, like XDex, for example, will, swapping and things like, all the stuff you can do on there will end up going in as XP points. So the more activity you're doing, basically, in the core products on the X1 chain, the more XP you will get, and therefore a share of the public pool, basically, which is a great idea, fantastic idea. And so, yeah, that's kind of it. You can trade it on XDex, of course, launch on DGen. So if you do any of these things, trade on XDex, you'll get XP points. If you launch on DGen, you'll be able to get XP points, stuff like that. If you make predictions on Vero, which is the prediction market, and of course, we know that's pretty hot to trot. And we heard Tom Lee talking about in his interview just earlier today about how exciting that was, and how excited he was about prediction markets, talking about how successful they were in particular for predicting the last presidential election, things like that. So, it's a lot of cool things happening there. Now we're going to get to the Vero prediction market in a minute, because there's a lot of cool things happening in that space. So keep up to date there. You can store it in your X1 wallet, of course, and earn everywhere. I love that. That's a cool label, right? Cool marketing tagline there. Earn everywhere on X1 chain. I like that. That's great. Redeem in one place. Yeah, it's pretty good. So excited stuff there happening with the core. And this was updated on the 27th. So this is right at the, after our last live stream, I think, around that time. So we've got some little snapshots here. You can see the layouts, which we're going to look at in a minute. But you can sort of see some of the data here. So total XDex XP earned, etc. And you can basically at the moment, it looks like you're going to be able to earn it in the wallets. We're going to talk about the wallet updates shortly. The XDex, DGen, and the Vera prediction market. So they've got 4 protocols at the moment, but arguably as more protocols get added, there'll be more places you can go and do activity and earn XP points, and of course passive income, whatever else the DApp is providing. So it's pretty exciting. And as I understand it, I think the testnet was showing 3% of revenue. So if that holds true, I mean, that might not be the final number, but if that is the case, that gives you an idea of what you're getting a share of. Pretty awesome. We can see different places on the Vero prediction market earning on that. So if you're playing on the Vero prediction market, not only will you be earning on that market, but you'll also be earning XP by participating. So it's a double whammy, double income in that sense. And it's got another one here on the DGen, so another picture of the DGen site. And if you're doing token launches and stuff like that, you'll be getting XP there too. And of course the X1 wallet, awesome stuff. So if you're swapping and things like that in the wallet, transferring and things, I don't know with transfers on there, but definitely it's got here swapping, bridging, transferring. Yeah, so you're earning XP on everything, connecting up as well. Just connecting your wallet, guys, you get XP. So it's pretty cool. So that is some of the cool stuff coming from Core, and I am super excited about it. I think it's a brilliant idea right at the beginning of the chain too. Can't ask for much better than that. So there we go. That was from Jason, and I posted the link to him here at the top. So that's the other big update. So let's go to the website itself. And here is the core. Currently, it's obviously testnet, but I'll post the link to this at the moment. This is going to be going live. I'm not sure. So we'll go XDex probably launch, and then the core launch after that, after all the protocols up and running, because obviously you've got the wallet, the bridge, the DEX, the DGen, all those things up, and then the core, of course. You're probably going to be earning XP points, I don't know, probably from the beginning. We'll see. We'll find out. But pretty neat. All right, so you might open up the core, and then suddenly you got all this XP, and you got to share the revenue straight out of the gate. That's probably how it will play out, is my guess. Not financial advice. We'll wait for the team, but that is kind of the idea. All right, so that it may not, it may just happen once the core launches. So don't hold me to that. All right, so we got the dashboard here. Obviously, connect your wallet up. You can track your XP balance there, your experience points, and you'll have my core, which has my XP there on the top left, and then you'll have your analytics, so you can even analyze your own self. Around what you're doing and how to earn the most, so to maximize your XP strategy. We got the vaults. The vault's going to have how much XNT is available for the rewards. And of course, so the more XP you have, the more rewards you're going to get. It's got on the right here, so it's got the total global points for global XNT for allocation and the XP points. It's got the conversion rate, and then it's got the vault capacity there, and then it's got your share. So your share of the XP. And it's got a percentage share there, which is pretty cool, and what that actually translates into XNT coin. So if that's 125 XNT at the moment, of course, through the vault that was priced at $1, that'd be $125, arguably, right? But of course, with XDex opening up, that should presumably give us price discovery on the chain feed coin, as well as all the other coins. It's got vault health there as well, current epoch. It's got your recent activity. It's also got the vault funding, so it shows you actually where a lot of the funds are coming from. So obviously, if DGen's really busy, there's a bit of boom and launches. That could be really big for some period of time, and maybe there's a big boom in tokens that are really getting pumped and excited about new protocols. The XDex swapping fees go up really big because there's all these big heavyweight projects launching on X1. Then you get the idea. That's how it will all play out there. And of course, as the second layer on top of the blockchain grows with more and more protocols, and then that are in the core in particular, top tier protocols, then the more fees that would be potentially earned. So it could really balloon up. It'd be pretty exciting. All right, so that's kind of the play there. Obviously, you got the rankings as well, and I love rankings. So you're going to have a leaderboard rank. So it's going to be probably a little bit of strategy in that too. People trying to get to the top there and have a bit of kudos, and they probably have some sort of benefit to being in the top there as well, right? I'm not sure if that's explicit on the board there, but there'll be something probably around rankings there. And then you got the protocols. We talked about all those. Those are the ones that are feeding the revenue. And I think we had it on the core. Is it on the vault? Maybe it's on the vault here. It might be on the bottom here somewhere. I'm not sure if they've still got it on here, actually. They had a % of the revenue. I'm not sure where it was last time I saw. I think it might be this year. So they got the individual percentages across the different activities. That's in there. I think that's the way they might be doing it. All right, so cool. All right, so that is the core that's coming up. I think that's brilliant. So we've got some really heavyweight projects coming. It's going to be amazing. So that's the core there. I think I posted a link there, didn't I? No, I did not. So let me just post a link here to the core at the moment, and you can play around and check it out in detail. So that's the core. Let's scroll down here a little bit here. So that's the core there. Bam. The core.x1.xyz. So if you're watching on X, you can type that in, save it to your favorites. Always do your checks if you want to, all that good stuff. We've got a Rip City in the house there. Hit the likes, peeps. Definitely hit the likes. Yeah, g'day, mate. LFG, True DeFi. Yeah, we're interviewing the team for True DeFi tomorrow. Should be fun. Good night, bro. Excited about tomorrow. Have a great day. And you're most welcome. We've got Al in the house there. XDex soon. I know. It's exciting. It's exciting. I know. It's going to be epic. So very cool. All right. So I think that's it. And then we've got the core. That is the core there. So core.x1 and check it out playing around. It's about to get real. So you're going to be able to not only do activity, but earn XP points and share in the global success of X1 top tier protocols. Can't ask for better than that. Right, so that is kind of cool. We also got some little sneak peeks about the wallet. So wallet extension for X1. And I got a little sneak peeks here from the Telegram group. And you can see some of the tokens in here. So obviously XDex will have all these tokens floating around. You'll be able to see them in your wallet, buying and selling and trading and all that good stuff. So it's pretty cool. And not only will you be able to use XDex, but you'll also be able to use the in-wallet features as well, like swapping. And you're going to get XP on XDex. You're going to get XP on the wallet. I mean, come on, you can't ask for much better. It's rewards all around. It's just rewards. I love it. So you got kind of some cool stuff there. You can see the X1 native token there. We've got DGN. We've got Skull King. On this one here, we've obviously got a lot more. We've got Xenium in there. So everyone doing Zenbox going to be super excited about seeing Xenium in their wallet. Bitcoin. You got Bitcoin as well. We've got Catalyst there. It's going to be pretty cool. XPX 6900. It's going to be a fun time. We've got USDC coins showing up there on X1. And of course, it's going to be cool. So that is in progress right now from Jason's working on that. Very, very cool. All right. So that is, we'll bring more on that. So that's around the wallets. And of course, if you want a backpack's kind of the default one for Solana, one of the top wallets, and that's essentially been forked and used here and upgraded for X1. Now that gets on into a big deal. So the next big deal is prediction markets. They are hot, and of course, Jack Levin's been at the frontier of that. He's already knows it's hot, and so we've got the prediction markets here, Vero prediction markets up and running. And I'll probably do a separate show just dedicated to Vero prediction markets. I'll have to set up for that, but that is looking pretty cool. You can see it playing here at the moment, and it's been very successful. So at the moment, it's got Bitcoin ticking away, and sitting in behind it, of course, is an Oracle pulling in the prices. So, that's Jack Levin set that up too. So we've got prices coming in the background there. And as you can see, the Bitcoin price going up and down, and you can bet whether it's going to go up or down, right? So you just click the down, it's going to go down, it's going to go up, and you can bet a certain amount of XNT. You're going to win XNT, real XNT. It's not pretend. It's all real. So Vero is Vero.x1.xyz, and a lot of people are doing it, right? So it's been a lot of big excitement in the community as well. So I'll post a link to that too. That's Vero.x1. Ticking away. That is the link there, Vero.x1.xyz, and this is a prediction market. It's super early, right? Super early on X1 chain, and it is these are highly popular now, and they won't be disappearing anytime soon because everyone's in the prediction markets, and this is scaling up, so there'll be even more assets available, which is pretty cool. It also has not only markets, but they've got limit orders on here too. So fun times ahead, and of course they've got all these details here down the bottom about your position, settlements, history, or open orders, filled orders, etc., and the live ones that you got going at the moment. So kind of cool. So that is that moment. It's also got a rapid fire button up top here. So it's kind of neat. All right, so that is the prediction market at the moment. It's got the will Bitcoin go up or down? pretty easy there. And you can see it's going up and down all the time. It's going up and down. So that is kind of neat. And it's over a certain period. I think it's, I can't remember what the prediction market time is. I think it might be, I don't know if you set the time or it's 5 minutes, something like that. I'll find out about that before I do a show on it. All right, so that's kind of the Vero prediction markets. Check it out, and you can actually earn real XNT using XNT. I think you have to have at least one XNT plus a little bit of a fee there to play. All right, there's some people making good stuff there. Oh, there is actually a leaderboard too. I was trying to find the leaderboard there. I can't remember where the leaderboard was on there. I found it last time when I was playing around, but there's a leaderboard here that people are playing on. I don't see it right now. I'll probably get told off about that, but yeah, there's a leaderboard too. All right, so I'm not sure if it's a leaderboard /leaderboard. Let me know in the chat there if you guys know. I did find it last time, but then I've been doing so many other stuff. Yeah, I can't find it at the moment. We'll bring it up when we do the show on it. How about that? All right, so we do got a bit more insights around the Vero prediction market from Jack Levin. So this was an update that he made back on the 7th. So this is about 4 days old, 3 days old now. But Vero markets had $85,000 worth of XNT traded since launch. Pretty awesome. This is who you are trading against. Claude Iran bot that learns from his mistakes and develops strategies to win a volatile crypto market. So it looks like there's you're up against a bot there, and it's got a quick few of the trades and trade analysis in there as well. So kind of cool. Damn, it's not the way that goes. So that's kind of cool, and so a lot of money has been put on the prediction market so far, and it's just early days. And you can imagine what it's going to be like with XDex launching as well. But not only is there Bitcoin, but it's going to be scaling up, right? So not only Bitcoin is going to be in a prediction market, but lots of other assets. So we're talking about not just crypto assets, but we're talking about stock market assets, commodities. They're all coming, right? So we've got these Oracle feeds. So obviously sitting behind, of course, prediction market is the Oracle, and you can see it here that we've got other things coming, right? BTC, we've got ETH, we've got Solana, we've got Hype, we've got ZEC. In terms of equities, you can see on the Oracle here, Tesla, NVIDIA, Strategy, Microsoft Strategy, and of course they're also doing others here. We can also see gold and silver, which I think is fantastic, right? That's going to be so popular. So gold and silver are coming as well, and you can see that on the commodities. So it is pretty exciting, guys. So you're going to be able to bet on all those things in real time and potentially win big. Let's see, subject to your calls, of course, but that's pretty exciting. So very, very cool. It's just an Oracle feed, then Vero creates markets around it. How about that? So there we go. So that's feeding in for all those, how the chart's going up and down, and that's setting that trend line, isn't it? So very cool. And that's on Vero.x1 and .xyz, which obviously I posted the link there right now. So this is huge, and you can actually win real money, basically real XNT money there. Of course, you're putting money at risk to do it, so take note. All right, so that is pretty cool from Jack Levin, and that was back on the 8th, so that's about 3 days ago. All right, so now in Vero, you can and will win no matter what. So there you go. We've got staging Vero.x1 to XYZ markets. So we're going to open that. I think I've got to open actually. So this is another site here, and you can win no matter what. So we got what's it got? 15 minutes, 1 hour, 6 hours. So look at this. I got the Bitcoin price again. It was the reference point. They got liquidity 206 XNT live right now. So this is pretty new, and this was posted on the 11th. So that's today actually. So it's only a few hours ago. So bet on BTC price direction. Very, very cool. So this is another one here, markets. So I'm going to post a link to that if you want to play on that one too. Vero is cool, says Al. I like it a lot. He does indeed. So that is the link there for staging-vero.x1.xyz/markets. That is the site here. So that's just only a few hours ago, like 6 hours ago maybe. And you can see 15 minutes, 1 hour. What else there? We got 24 hours, 1 week, and 30 days. So different time horizons for that. And we got what different? I don't know if these are losses at the moment on those, but looks like it. This one here is in the money. If one looks at this one here, so the 15-minute short time frames, they're good. You've got more control, haven't you? You got more control. You got a sense of feel for where the charts are going in the short time frames. So that's kind of cool. Live there at the moment. Bet on BTC price direction. Now, there doesn't seem to be any interaction with this, so I think this is coming up. So yeah, in Vero you can and will win no matter what. Bet on beta pricing there. So we're keeping a tab on that too. But very cool. All right, what do we got down the bottom here? Make America down here. So that was back to the validators at 90%. So that's definitely getting pretty close. All right, so kind of cool. That is coming up, guys. So you can obviously check that out on Jack Levin's latest posts. But that is the link there, and I've just posted that. So that is the one there. Looking very cool. So it's expanding all prediction markets. The other side of expansion is not only, I guess, the timeframes, but we've all talked about the number of items you can be trading, stocks and cryptos and commodities. But we also looked at timeframes. You can trade different timeframes over different timeframes. But you also can trade on different platforms. So you got X1 expansion. So Vero prediction markets now fully integrated in X1 Android wallet. So obviously there's a big expansion there. So it's pretty cool. And that was back on the 4th. So that is about 6 days ago or so. So very cool there. So lots of expansion going on with the old Vero prediction markets there. And I think you could see the cool ones there. Will Bitcoin go up and down? So cool stuff happening there. So let's jump away from there. That is exciting. So lots happening there. Now we're going to probably try and do a full show on this. Now there is a how-to. So Zen Crypto here, news and updates. If you're not following them, they do a lot of updates for Zen and the X1 ecosystem. They got what is Vero prediction markets on X1 and how to use it. So that's we haven't deep dived into that at all, and I haven't really spent too much time on it at this stage. But we're going to be covering it probably on the stream coming up. But this is the how-to, which is cool, kind of cool. How to use Vero, or so I should say Vero, Vero there, Vero, I should say. Vero prediction markets. Anyway, bam, bam. All right. Al says the difference between Vero and other prediction markets is fully on chain. Yes, that's a good insight there. And that's how to use the Vero prediction markets. All right. There we go. All right, kind of cool. So you'll find that on zencrypto.io. Remember to always do your own due diligence, all the good stuff when interacting there. But that is from Zen Crypto. Very, very cool. You can save it to your favorites, just hit the old bookmark. You'll be able to check that out later on, which I'll do myself as well. It's possible because X1 is that fast indeed. That's right. So because we got these, was it 300, 400 transactions a millisecond, or whatever it was, 600 was it? Milliseconds. Yeah, it's so many, 3,100 per second or something. It's crazy good. Good observation there from Al again. All right, so that is the how-to. So hopefully we've gone through that. We're going to try and do a stream on that. Now, some of the other stuff that's coming up on obviously the X1, that's already operating X1 is memo.rip. So you can do memos on the X1 chain or inscriptions, I think it is. It's kind of memos. I'm not sure exactly the underlying technology there. But essentially integrating domains, identities, showing exactly why we built the X1 NS SDK. That's from X1 Name Service. Simple native cross-app identity for the entire X1 chain. This is how adoption grows, one integration at a time. Huge shout out to the Zen artists for pushing the boundaries there. So it's pretty cool. So that is on memo.rip. And of course, did I have the site there? I think I had, yeah. So it's on this one here. So that's memo.rip there. And you can play around with that too. Memo engraves memories on chain. So there we go. I guess you can save lots of things on chain. I'm not sure if it's the same size as ZenPub, which we're coming up to next. I haven't looked at the technical things side of it. So let's post that. That's memo.rip on X1 already operating. So you can go put a book on it or something. I don't know. Lots of different applications. So that is the memo.rip, and they've sort of helped out with the X1 name service here. Putting the integrated X1 NS into memo.rip is in progress. So kind of cool. That was neat. All right, so you can find that under the X1 NS there. Zen artist, of course, is zen_artist. If you want to check out all the memo.rip there. Kind of cool. All right. It does have the testing on there, but mainnet is operating, right? So you can do that too. All right, let's get on to the things that are coming up. So those are all things that are kind of existing at the moment or coming. They're kind of a mixed bag there. But we've got the core team stuff. So we've got XDex coming, the price discovery on X1. We've got prediction markets operating, pretty exciting stuff. We've got core coming, These are pretty heavyweight protocols, as you could see, to earn XP points. The wallet, of course, having upgrades, and that's expanding too. So there's lots of cool. That core stuff, the foundation, looks like it's going to be all set before Christmas, which is amazing in the time frame to have it already for what we think is going to be an incredible 2026. 2026. Weird saying 2026. 2026. So really excited there. All right, so ZenPub. Now, ZenPub, of course, is the big informational site covering Zen and X1 and everything like that. They're amazing, like they're top tier. I mean, really are great. And they do just about everything around information, data, and insights, and got some of their own utilities as well, offering a number of services around Zen management, minting, validating, delegating. They've got lots of stuff. So they're coming up with the next thing for X1. X1vault.com. So everyone's pretty excited about that. So X1vault.com, this will be permanent data storage on X1. So Kim.com would really love this. Kim.com. They really love this. Hey, Kim, if you're out there, share it around. Share this X1vault.com to Kim.com. I'm sure he'll enjoy it. Hopefully he's resting up there in the old South Arm. I appreciate that big baby day. Imagine reposted the stream. Yeah. Get on Kim.com. Yeah. That'd be pretty neat. What else? Hey, look, tag him in. He loves technology and things like this. It may very well. You just never know. So kind of cool. All right, so you can do any file type. So you'll be able to store. This is coming up. It's on testnet at the moment. You can see at the top right there. Testnet mainnet is coming. It's all grayed out right now. But you're going to be able to create any file types, store images, documents. This is really cool. You could put the Encyclopedia Britannica or something like that. All sorts of stuff on there. They got different type formats there. Permanent storage. Your data is stored permanently on X1. So this could have a lot of creative ideas here, and you could make a lot of businesses off this too, like the front end. You could use the data storage. You can repackage it on a different protocol. That'd be pretty interesting. End-to-end encryption, option client-side encryption as well, and of course secure marketplace buy and sell inscriptions with built-in escrow royalties for creators. And of course, we've seen a big boom on Bitcoin and stuff like that with BRC20s and everything else, and the old dog token, didn't we? I forgot the format for that actually, but the file type for that is it. Anyway, so that's kind of cool. It's a big boom, and get old markets built on the back of this, right? Which is cool because they've got a marketplace for that. All right, so you can create stuff here. That's pretty cool. You'll be storage there. You browse your permanently stored data. You can actually view it as well, and then you can buy and sell. You can buy and sell, and this potentially could be huge, right? So we saw that on, like I say, on the Bitcoin second layer protocols doing inscriptions. So they're pretty neat. So you've got inscriptions here, and this here in itself becomes its own big market. So we've got two, big markets straight off the bat. We've got the XDex for your tokens, and then we've got DGN there as well. I think around NFTs as well, and then you've got the inscriptions here coming up, tradable inscriptions, which is a big market as well on the X1vault.com coming soon. So we've got all the heavy hitters early on, so it's kind of neat, and people can buy and sell these. You can see a couple of pictures here. And someone's got this on for 20 XNT on the testnet. It's got all the details there as well. Kind of cool. Right, what else have we got in there? I think that's it. You can even copy the link and share it around. So that's going to be potentially quite a big market too. So we've got name service market. We got XDex coming up. We got X1 Vault. Kind of neat. We've got prediction markets. I mean, there's lots of markets, guys. So it's pretty cool. So that is the vaults. Now, did I post the link to that? I'm not sure if I did. Let me go to the about page. So that is the x1vault.com. I'll post the link to that, and that's not quite launched yet. It's on testnet, but you can play around with it on the testnet if you've got that in your Backbit wallet or the X1 wallet if you download that. So that's x1vault.com, operating really, really well there. So get in that, test it out. Now, this is from ZenPub, highly respected team, one of the top tier teams, and amazing. I mean, most of you guys will know them. Very, very cool. So cool stuff happening there, and there's a lot of information from them. So if you really want to learn a lot of stuff, they have all these documents. You can see the X1 Vault documents here. Very, very cool for that, and you can follow all the logic here. Very, very cool. That in itself is a whole video, just going through all those tech docs, but they look amazing. Look at that, pretty awesome. So pictures are really good. A lot of people learn by pictures, so Yep, very cool. So a lot of cool stuff coming from ZenPub. And I don't know if I posted the link to them, but I'll post the link just in case you guys want to follow them. They got lots of resources there across a lot of stuff. All right, so that is ZenPub. So it's the link to them on X. Give them a follow and tell them that Superman sent you. Just say hello. They're great. They're great guys. All right, so that is ZenPub and X1 Vault inscriptions are coming with Marketplace. Very cool. Put your library on it, whatever. It's going to be cool. Make things that you can resell. I mean, there's lots of opportunities there. Now, this is just to finish off the X1 show for today. Like I said, it's been about 13, 14 days since our last one. As the fourth one in the series as we watch and follow X1 ramping up. And this is kind of cool. We've got Apex Faucet, so you can actually get a little bit of XNT. So if you've got none, you can download yourself a wallet, or a backpack or an X1 wallet from Jack Levin, and you can get yourself a little bit of free XNT coin, right? So it's kind of cool. It's the app Apex Faucet there. Let me just pull this up at this moment, actually. So this is a pretty fun site. It's got the Christmas theme on it at the moment. This is a third-party team, of course. You'll see them in some of the formal groups, of course, on X1. But you'll be able to interact with this. You don't have to connect your wallet up. You can just paste your addresses to get some free XNT. While the faucet's got money in it, of course. You can also contribute to it as well if you're feeling generous. That could be something you want to do, which would be pretty cool. And I'll post a link to that as well. All right. All right, let's post that. Bam. All right. Let's go to Telegram, and where am I on Telegram here? I'll put something around Telegram here somewhere. Let me find it. Want that one? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. I got other stuff in here. All right, let me just. I've got lost my spot here at the moment. Here it is. All right, cool. All right, so let me see if I can post this in the studio. No, that didn't even save. So just give me one more time. We have the technical difficulties at the end of the show, which is probably the best time. It's not even saving for some reason. Not sure what's going on there. Try it one more time. Hopefully that's going to work. Yeah, it works. All right, so that's the link there if you guys want to join up there and get yourself some free XNT, because I know people love free stuff. Apex.faucet, and then you got the reference there, moon time there. Now, you can get your own referral and share it around, and you get a little bit of slice of the journey. But at the moment, they've had 1,500 claims, so you can claim every hour. So if you're after some free XNT, you can do it that. They're obviously down to 9% of the pool at the moment, so that's the way it goes. But you can also contribute, and if you want to help with adoption, it's kind of cool. You got current sponsors down the bottom here, scrolling down as well. So all you have to do is paste your wallet in there and click claim now for your SVM wallet there. So it's pretty easy, kind of cool. Now they do have other stuff. They got obviously different themes at the top left is here as well. It's kind of cool. And what else? They've got some games on here too, prediction game. They're going to have a new game coming out, which I can't show you at the moment, but it is pretty cool, and you can actually see it in the actual. You can actually see it in the actual Telegram group for, I think it's X1. Yeah, I think it's X1. Valid's, I've forgotten which group. It might be XDex. I can't remember which one it is, but it's in one of those groups. You'll be able to see the team there. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, if you want to get some airdrops, get yourself onboarded onto X1, then apexfaucet.xyz is pretty cool. And of course, you can get yourself some free XNT. Well, there we go. So it's something free at the end of the show. I think that's not too bad. All right, let's jump away from there. Check out the website. It's got lots of cool little features and a big game's coming soon, or at least a decent game. It looks pretty fun. I just can't show you it at the moment. All right, so let's quickly see who else got in the chat there. Big shout out for all the comments. You guys have been amazing. And let's see what we got going on here. Let me just close that down. So that was all the updates that I'm aware of. Now, there may be third-party protocols that I've made some mention. I just haven't picked them up in my peer review over the last week or two. But I think that's a lot of the heavy hitters for sure. If you do have any projects that I haven't covered, let me know. Hit me up there either in Telegram or on X, and I can cover them in the next show on X1 as we get ready. So by the time I do the next show, presumably XDex will be live at the very least, and we'll have price discovery in play, and probably a lot of other things. Obviously, the Vero prediction market game is going to be huge as well, and I probably will try and set up to do a full show just on the prediction markets coming up soon as well. So keep track for that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is our fourth show covering X1. Man, is it exciting? I mean, we went through a lot of stuff, and it is damn exciting. All top tier stuff too. X1's definitely going to be a heavyweight chain moving forward launching at the right time, ramping up at the right time with some of the best stuff in crypto. So it's going to be pretty exciting. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Big shout out to the team, Jack Levin, Sun Tzu, Jason, all the other teams there that we covered, ZenPub, all the teams. I mean, there's lots of them there. remember all the names, but it's pretty exciting. We're all getting there. Don't forget to join all the Telegram groups. There's the XDex group, the X1 Validator group, Zen crypto groups. Join up and get involved there. You find out a lot of stuff as it comes in real time. Happy times ahead. It's going to be pretty huge and a huge opportunity for for crypto moving forward as well. But the technology is looking amazing. All right, big shout out. Catch you on the next show. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. We're streaming on 3 YouTube channels: the Kryptonite Show, Superman Crypto, and of course Pulse Chain X, 3 YouTube channels, and also on X. Hit the follow button as well. And we'll be covering obviously X1 on a regular basis. Take care. Bye for now.